Welcome to Minutes with the Mayor, brought to you by Mercantile Bank. I'm Bob Goff. I'm with Mayor Linda Moore. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Your festive red.
Yes.
So
it's that time of year.
This council chamber starting to look decorated. I thought it looked nice last night on the meeting there. So let's talk a little bit about the meeting. First off, the public comment time period and how this all works. Now, I'm going back to about 2012 or so. I remember when there was a big kerfluffle years ago when Steve McQueen and the Tea Party wanted to come up and talk, and there was an alderman and the mayor back then basically said you can't talk about that. That basically went viral. That was when I was running my old website and went viral, and it was like the Tea Party was just getting started and all this stuff. And then they changed it, and then we sort of got to the process where we are now, where we have people sign up, and it seems to work pretty well for the most part. But there seems to be some confusion on the sign up process. Can you explain to me what it is and what it should be?
Sure. So about 3 or 4 years ago, you actually had to sign up on Friday.
I remember that.
For the Monday meeting. And we felt like that disadvantages some people, so we moved the sign up until the evening before the meeting. So at 4:30, 5 o'clock, the sign up list is put out, and it's left out in the front of City Hall, or in the front lobby, until 5 minutes till 7. And at 6:55, the list is pulled, brought up to the front. It's reviewed, just in case there's anything we need to know about. And then we start at 7 o'clock. And we've had some presentations and stuff now. We have town business, and then we have the public comment before we actually get into the meat of the city council meeting. So, but sign up by 6:55. And we ask that you put your name and your subject, although it's not necessarily required that we have that, but we appreciate that because then we kind of know and can have a little bit of context. But you sign up and then, yeah, that's it. You have 3 minutes. We can't limit what the people say during that 3 minutes. We might not like it, but it is governed by the First Amendment rights.
Sure.
So,
well, and also, I mean, when you're talking about what you're going to specifically talk about, there is also, I think, isn't there, decorum has to come into play at some point, though.
Well, you would think. And I know I have tried to use some decorum in the past and was reminded by First Amendment auditors that I can't do that. And for me, I don't think the city council chambers is any place for foul language.
Right.
I also think it's a place where everybody should dress appropriately. And when I say appropriately, I mean, like, is this what you would wear to church or to school? Is it decent? And by decent, I mean common decency. Would you accept it, me, somebody else? Would we all agree that, okay, that's acceptable? But because of the First Amendment, we can't necessarily dictate that. We can encourage it. We can suggest it. We can mention that common sense and decorum should rule. But technically, that's not defensible in court.
Well, yeah, and plus, let's face it, if you're going to have an alderman come in off the golf course in a polo shirt and shorts, then guess what? I mean, maybe I show up in a polo shirt and shorts, especially when it's 99 degrees outside or something.
And a polo shirt and shorts is absolutely fine.
So, okay. Let's talk about the 5-minute thing for a minute, because on your own website it says they're asked to sign up prior to the start of the meeting or hearing, sign-up sheet in the lobby. The 5-minute thing is not on the website.
Okay. We can fix that.
Okay, so I think that's number one, needs to be clear. And I spent a lot of time on your newly revamped website this morning looking for this, and it is. The website is so much better than it used to be. But that being said, it clearly just says sign up prior. There's no 5-minute dealio on there, so that probably should be taken care of.
Yep, we can fix that.
So I guess, last night when I know, Mike Shull wanted to speak and then was not allowed to, was that just because of the time thing?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think he probably had some really good things he wanted to say. So I hope he's coming Monday, and we'll get signed up and say what he wants to say. 'Cause I'm sure he has some good things.
Well, and again, I think it's very important to say, and apparently the timing was also a discussion as well. But if you're going to have it written down in writing, part of the city code or whatever, hey, 5 minutes, get your stuff in before 5 minutes, then.
Yep.
But
absolutely
yeah,
agree.
it is not clear right now.
We can fix that. Absolutely.
Let's talk about more on timing. The mail. Yes, we have noticed, and a lot of people complained about our local mail service and delivery. What can the city do about that?
Well, unfortunately, the city has no authority over the post office. It's a federal organization. I have made phone calls to Springfield. I have made phone calls to Washington, D.C. I get a lot of video recordings, and of course I've left messages, but I have never received a call back. And so what I encourage people to do is, A, call the 800 number of the post office and let them know, register a complaint. If you can get a hold of the postmaster in Springfield, call the postmaster and let him know. I've heard stories where some people didn't get mail for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I know at City Hall, we received mail late. You know, we've been told by a number of people that they didn't get their utility bill on time. It was, you know, they received it and it was due 2 days later.
Right.
So one of the reasons we encouraged people to sign up for Invoice Cloud and the electronic delivery of water invoices is that way you do control it, and you know you're going to get it. And if you set up automatic payment, you don't have to worry about it at all.
Right.
Not everybody can do that, and a lot of people still have to and want to pay in cash. But if you have an email address, I encourage people sign up to get the electronic delivery, because that way you know you have it in your inbox.
Yeah, and I've been doing that for years, because I always used to be the guy trying to get my check in or whatever at the last minute. Now it's just when it pops up, I pay it. Much easier. But the mail, yes, it has gotten worse progressively, but this really started when we lost our sorting station years ago.
Correct.
That's when it really, that's when all of a sudden it's like, hey, it's not as good as it used to be, and lately it's just been really, really slow or late. And again, we had, you know, a lot of local business, we have a lot of our customers who still want to write checks and pay, and as do your customers, and we want to accommodate them. We try to encourage them to go to our website and make a payment or ACH payments or what have you, but still there are just a lot of people who want to do the check, and that's great, because I do still pay some stuff by check. So, but again, it's not anything that we really can control, and I know it was spoken to last night at the meeting. And again, yeah, we can squawk and we can you know, go to the feds and whatever, but still, I just don't know what we can do about it unless they are going to put more resources into it.
Right. Well, and I would also encourage people to contact Mary Miller's office, because she has a direct line to the White House. And so let's let her know that this is a big problem for us. Part of the problem, the local post office was down, I think, 14 carriers. Yeah. And so they were bringing in rural carriers from Hamilton and Carthage and the outlying areas just to be able to deliver mail a couple of times a week. And to me, that was nice, and it was certainly helpful, but we need people to know that we need our daily mail service.
Yeah, we ran some ads for them. They asked us, and they bought some ads, and we did that as well for them too, for some things. So yeah, I know they've had hiring issues as well, as hiring is an issue for a lot of folks these days. So anything else you would like to discuss?
Not that I can think of.
Have you bought my present yet?
Actually, Santa called to say it is in the mail. So
I get it on February 19th or something.
Exactly.
All right, well, that's fine. Mayor Moore, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Minutes with Mayor, brought to you by Mercantile Bank. Have a great day.